Hello everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ralitza and this is Readings with Rally. I hope that everybody is doing well. In today's video, we're going to take a look at what do people assume about you. So I'm very excited to get into this topic. I know that it is something I always think about, but this is going to be people's assumptions based on, first impressions or the way that you look. So thank you for everybody who has been liking, sharing, and subscribing. If you're new here, welcome. For those of you looking to book a personal reading with me, you can do so at www.readingswithrally.com. There's also information in the description box down below. So we do have 3 piles to choose from today. Pile number 1, the selenite. Pile number 2, I believe this is a moonstone. And pile number 3, I have no idea what this stone is, but it feels really nice to the touch. So of course, if you do need more time, please go forth and just pause the video here so you can meditate further on your stack. I'm gonna go ahead though and start with pile number 1. Just push this aside here. Hello, pile number 1. If you chose the selenite wand, then this is your reading on what do people assume about you? What do people think about you? So first of all, let me go ahead here and tap into the energy. Spirit guides, angels, and ancestors, please tap me into the collective that chose pile number 1. Please come forth with messages of truth, clarity, and accuracy for pile number 1 so we can have the best reading possible. We are very grateful to you for your support. Please come forth with help for the greatest good of all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so pile 1, we're going to figure out here, what do people think about you, or what are their assumptions about you based on the way you look? So when they first meet you, what are people's assumptions about pile 1? What are people's assumptions about the collective that chose pile number 1 here? Knight of Wands. Okay, so you guys could have a fire in your chart, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. Even if you don't, people perceive you as having fire in your chart, which means they could think you're impulsive, rash, or very, very sexy. A combination of all 3, perhaps. What else here? The Moon and the 3 of Swords. Okay, pile 1, people definitely assume here that you're a bit of a heartbreaker. They think that you know more than you're letting on here too, but they feel like if they were to get entangled with you, you would surely break their hearts. There's definitely anxiousness coming through here about potentially losing a connection with you. So I feel a lot of people are intimidated by you. It's like they're scared to even start talking to you because they feel like you're already going to hurt them. With that moon card too, some of you could have Cancer in your chart, sun, moon, or rising. Either way, people might be perceiving you as very, very intelligent. Knight of Cups. They also feel like you're someone who just follows your heart. You do what you feel like you need to do. So you can be very impulsive. We have strength here as well. So some of you could also have Leo in your chart, or you could be born on the Cancer-Leo cusp like me. Following your heart. There's a lot of heart-centeredness though here. I do feel like people do see you in that way. 3 of Cups. Some of you could be a life path 3. We have the Emperor and we have the King of Cups. Okay. You guys like to have fun. People around you do feel that. They feel like you like to have fun. You could have a really small or core group of friends, I'm also hearing. So people could think that you're very kind to the people you're close with, but not necessarily very kind to everybody. That's also an energy I am getting. Sometimes I feel people around you think you're pretty guarded here. You don't really let everybody know everything about you is really strongly what I'm getting here. And in this way, I feel people around you are very interested in getting to know you. But you're definitely a person who can isolate if you don't feel like you want to be involved. With the Emperor there, you could also have some sort of like a boss. You could have some sort of a business, or you could be considered in a position here of authority. Sometimes people feel like it's very hard to read you. I feel for this group, you guys are very multifaceted. So, or maybe there's a lot of people picking this pile. I don't know, but I'm definitely getting like a gregarious energy, but it's really like kind of guarded. Like you keep your friends close. And that's pretty much it. Like, I don't feel like you guys are very, very open. You guys could be a life path 3, or you could be saying 333. Again, we have Leo, we have Aries, and we have Cancer energy coming through very strong. I do get a lot of people here having crushes on you as well. So you are probably quite attractive is another thing I feel just from these cards. I think a lot of people are looking at you as somebody who is very, very attractive. Interesting. With that Knight of Wands coming out first, I have to say I do feel there's people around you who have like very strong sexual energy or passion towards you. Definitely getting that vibe coming through quite strong. How do people, what do people assume about pile ones? What do people assume about pile ones based off their looks? Ace of Cups, we have the Six of Cups and the Five of Pentacles in reverse. I feel a lot of people think you're not really going to give them the time of day. Like I said before, you could have a really close group of friends and you don't really open up to allowing other people into the mix here. Seven of Pentacles. You're serious here as well about what you want to invest in. So, for instance, if you guys are really work orientated, I do feel like you tend to do quite well. But your priorities are definitely like on the things you care about. So sometimes your energy can be a bit closed off. However, with that Ace of Cups as the first card, there's definitely a lot of people who desire you. Eight of Cups, Six of Wands, Seven of Cups. We have the Page of Swords. So regardless of what you do or where you do it, I suppose, you do have a lot of people watching you. So there's definitely something about you that is watch worthy. Again, there's this kind of fear of like getting into your good books. I feel a lot of these individuals don't feel like they could get into your good books. And there's definitely anxiety that these individuals have about that. Feel like they want to get into, you know, your good graces. But there's also this feeling of not being able to catch your attention. Someone could be born in July, or you could be life path 7 here. But I do feel like you kind of give people the impression that when you're focused on something, not to bother you, to just kind of let you do what it is that you're doing. I do feel that quite strongly. Excuse me. But yeah, that Page of Swords does indicate a lot of people watching you. I do feel there's people who like want to be in your good graces, but they don't feel like you'll see them in that particular way. Assumptions about pile 1, please. We have jealousy. So like it or not, there's a lot of people around you who do see everything that you are, everything that you have, and they feel jealous about it. So I do feel like this is something that's important for you to know, is that not everyone around you has your best interest at heart. And you could often find yourself associating with people who are sneaky, with trickery. They also might feel like you are a jealous person or you are a conniving person. I have to be honest here. They could feel like you're only out for yourself as well. Karma. I do feel for this group, you are meeting or interacting with a lot of different people who you know karmically on a soul level. There's definitely that kind of a feeling coming through here. Again, people could think you're like walking karma. So that could be why they also don't want to hang out with you. It's because they fear the consequences. We have determination. I kind of feel like people think you would do anything to come out on top. Like you would push anyone aside to come out on top. That is also what I'm getting here. We have isolation, success, and balance in reverse. Yeah, you don't tend to let everybody near you. I'm really getting that so strongly. It's like you guys have a small core group of people. And for others, you don't allow them into your energy field. You just don't. You're very protective of yourself. People do feel like you're going to be successful. They feel like you have a really strong drive. But again, some people could consider you conniving or jealous. Look at this. Nobody's fooled. This wasn't even supposed to be in this particular deck. We have reconciliation. So I do feel like there's people here from the past that really wish that they could come back into your good graces. But I feel like once you're done with a person, you're done with them. Very driven. People view you as someone who's very driven, very much destined for success, but you can really throw your energy off balance here to get to where you want. I feel there's a lot of people from the past who wish to come back into your life, but again, there's that feeling of, you know, you not allowing those individuals back into your space. I feel like when you're done with someone, you're done. Okay, someone's name here could start with an S. Shelly, Sandra, Sam, Samantha, Sarah, Sybil. Yeah, very in strong energy, and not afraid here to isolate, to do what you want here either. It's like you're not concerned about being alone. That's not something that you think about or stress about. Very interesting. What do people think, please? What do people assume about my pile ones? We have third chakra, Archangel Shamael. So they could feel like you have quite a big ego. Again, that confidence is definitely the key word here. You like to be confident, door to spirit. Some people could assume here that you have a close connection here with spirit, that you could be a channeler. Maybe you do something openly with spirit. Adjacent possibilities. People also see you as someone who can like literally do anything. So they definitely have the feeling here of you being like multifaceted. Someone who is capable of doing a lot. We have man holding a coin. Again, the sense here of abundance is very, very strong. I do feel individuals around you feel like you will be successful. Like that's definitely something I'm getting here. There's a drive for you to succeed. And I feel like everyone around you just assumes that you're going to end up in a position of success. A lot of third chakra energy though. So definitely you guys could have some fire in your chart or Leo. We have balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. What's funny is we had balance in reverse. So there's definitely people around you that are focusing here on your balance or your lack of balance as well. I am getting that. We have empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. We have regret. I know that I cannot change the past. And we have loneliness. I know that I am never alone. So many of you could isolate yourself from like friendships because you know that you have spirit on your side. You are also incredibly empathetic, which actually could be the reason why you're isolating, but maybe these individuals cannot put two and two together, as we know is often the case. I'm getting this feeling here of people from the past really wishing that they could come back into your life as well. So there's really strong regret energy, or just wishing that they could be with you once again. So yes, pile one, that is what I have for you today. If that resonated, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I just wanted to say a big thank you for being here. I really do appreciate you so, so much. I hope that you have a wonderful day or night wherever you are. I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Okay. Hello, hello. Hi, pile two. If you chose this moonstone, then this is your reading. First of all, let me go ahead and clear the energy off. Spirit guides, angels, and ancestors, please tap me into the collective that chose pile number 2. Please come forth with messages of truth, clarity, and accuracy for pile number 2 so that they can have the best reading possible. As always, we're so grateful to you for your support. Please deliver messages for the highest and greatest good of all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so pile 2, let's take a look here. What are people's assumptions about you based on the way you look for pile 2? What do people assume about pile 2? We have the Hermit in reverse, the 8 of Swords. So there's definitely a vibe here of you guys keeping to yourself. Perhaps the people around you feel like you keep to yourself, like you're not necessarily very open to them. With the 10 of Cups, and we have the 9 of Cups. Very family orientated here too. I feel like if you guys have your own family, you're very involved there. If you don't have your own family, you could just be very like focused here on your your friends. Like you're very supportive of the close people around you, but a lot of people feel like they can't quite figure you out with that Eight of Swords. I am hearing you make people a bit uneasy. You guys could have Virgo placements in your chart, Sun, Moon, or Rising. King of Cups. There is a sense of like emotional imbalance here, or people feeling like you hide your emotions. I feel like that's definitely something that comes with frustration. It's like, it's hard for people around you to figure you out. Four of Wands, Page of Wands, the Ace, Two of Cups, and the Three of Pentacles, okay? Let me tap in here. For those of you who have a connection, like a romantic partnership, or you're close to your family, I am getting like a very strong focus on that. Definitely people around you feeling like you're very focused on your family or on your close friends here. There are a lot of people who do feel very strong soul connections. So this could be the group where you have like randos coming up and being like, hey, do I know you from somewhere? Like that kind of energy, even though you've never met these people in your life. I do feel like you tend to be quite an old soul. People do perceive you like that. You might have a lot of people around you that are younger as well. Very determined, focused, driven, I'm also getting. But definitely like not really accessible to everybody is also a vibe I'm picking up here. So people around you do feel like they can't always have access to you. Which is the truth. What else here? What else here? We have Knight of Cups. Two of Pentacles. I also feel like people don't really know how you're going to react in any given moment. So there's a little bit of like trepidation. Eight of Cups, Ace of Cups. You definitely have a lot of people around you who feel very emotionally tied to you or could even have crushes on you. But it's like difficult for you to get pinned down. You tend to hide your emotions is also another thing I'm hearing. You also tend to sort of seek for yourself. Like you might have made some major changes that the people around you know of. Knight of Wands, Five of Pentacles. There's actually like a lot of people competing for your attention, but I don't feel like you even recognize it. I also feel like you guys could really change your personality based on who you're around. We have the Five of Pentacles and we have the Page of Swords. Someone here could be a life path 5 or born in May. Definitely a strong sense here of people watching you though, so you guys could be in the public eye somehow. There's a lot of competition here around you as well. I also feel like people around you know you've been through something pretty difficult. I am getting that you've had like quite a intense life, where there's been something about your life that was really quite intense. So people around you do recognize that. There's a strong understanding of that. You might not communicate very openly here too, or it might be hard to get you to communicate. Like you could be a person who just doesn't respond back. You're very focused here on pursuing your own emotional state of happiness. Very, very focused on that. Which is awesome. I'm all for it. What do people assume here about my pile number 2s? Abundance. They assume you have lots of money or that you're destined for money. I do feel like you guys are hard workers. Strength. Some of you could be Leo. But again, it's like you have been through a lot and you are really working hard to kind of bring yourself into a state of balance here. We have ideation. A lot of people put you on a pedestal as well. So you could have people idealizing you, pretending like they know everything about you when they don't. Like there's definitely a strong feeling here of like romanticizing you. You have secrets. So strong energy here with, again, not really knowing exactly what's going on with you. I feel there's a lot of confusion with that. Changes. You've probably recently gone through quite a lot, because I am getting a lot of people surprised at how quickly you're switching things up. So you could be a person who doesn't like to stay static for very long. Again, 5 energy, right? You have confidence, Some of you could be in like a personal life, a personal month, 5 year. Yeah, a 5 year right now in numerology. So you are very confident here too. I do feel people do perceive you like that. Sanity and self-esteem. I think people assume that you have access to mysteries that they know nothing about. So you guys could be quite spiritually conscious here. There's definitely a feeling of individuals seeing you as that, but not really knowing how to communicate with you on that. Strong energy coming through though about that, or an individual's really feeling very much like you have access to things that they don't know. You don't really tend to explain things to other people here either. You just kind of do. You're a little bit of a doer. You don't feel the need to justify what you're doing here too. People do feel like you have a solid sense of self-esteem. But again, with that secrets card, it's like not everybody can access you. And that's really something that they think about quite a lot. Pile 2, please. What do people assume? All tied up. They could still feel like you have attachments elsewhere. Like you haven't quite freed yourself. 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel. You could have a very active throat chakra, and that a lot of people could be listening to you. People could feel like you need help speaking up. They could feel like there's a blockage that you have in your throat. Blossoming abundance. Again, money. Money is really coming through here, and happy family. That focus on family, that focus on the people around you, like you are very much not open to just allowing everybody to have access to you. I really feel that quite strongly. You'd be a lot more likely to just allow like set access to you from, you know, special people versus allowing everybody to kind of be able to be in your presence. How do people perceive? What do people assume about pile 2s? People do assume that you are going to be successful though, especially financially. Whoa, 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 whoa. You have imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspects of my mind. That almost fell away. So you're definitely quite creative. You have denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. People could think you're denying accountability for something here too. You're very creative. They assume that you're very creative, or they could feel like you have more creative talent than you're letting on. You have peace. I'm a being of love and I release all negativity. You're like single-handedly focused on your success, on making sure you feel positive and good. And I feel like this is a really strong focus for you. You care a lot more about kind of getting ahead yourself than you do about letting other people define you. We have love. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. I do feel like people think if they are close to you or within your heart space that you are like literally the best person to be around. With these purples here too, and of course the blues, people could really assume you have a very active throat chakra, very active third eye here as well. But I feel like everybody around you, they kind of know, or they feel like they cannot have access to you just willy-nilly, like you're quite protective of yourself. So yes, pile 2, that is what I have for you today. Thank you so much for tuning in to this reading. If that resonated, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. That really does help my channel grow. I appreciate you so much. I hope that you have a great day, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye. Okay. Hello, hello, pile number 3. If you chose this brown stone right here, then this is your reading on what do people assume about you. So first of all, let me clear the energy off. Spirit guides, angels, and ancestors, please tap me into the collective that chose pile number 3. Please come forth with the intention of delivering the truth for the highest and greatest good of all involved. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What do people assume about pile number 3s? What do they assume about pile number 3s? Knight of Wands, 3 of Swords, 5 of Swords, okay, and the 3 of Cups in reverse. Okay, so this will either be your message or it won't. So with that Knight of Wands coming out first, people could actually find you quite sexually attractive, quite creative. There is also an energy here of perhaps like a public breakup or a public like third party situation here, because I do feel like people are very much feeling like you are someone who's been hurt. They could feel like you're not very trustworthy. or like you, not that you're very trustworthy, but that you don't trust other people. Or perhaps people don't feel like you're trustworthy. I have to consider that because I said it. I do feel like you could like to party, you could like to go out, but there's also a sense of hot-headedness or impulsiveness here, the Tower. Yeah, pile 3. I do feel like people around you feel like something happened recently. They assume that you've been through some shit. The 3 of Pentacles. We have 333, so some of you could be life path 3, or you could be born in the month of March. Something significant could have happened here in March as well. I feel like you're really focused here on like building, on stability. You're really a hard worker here. You could have a lot of people from the past wanting to come back in. There's the energy here of people missing you. You have the Hierophant and the Queen of Swords. Yeah, it's like you've been hurt before in the past. So right now, it's like people see you as someone who's very discerning. You could be a Gemini or Taurus as well. We have Mars and Scorpio for someone here. Very discerning. With the Hierophant there, though, you're quite considered quite close to God, or you have a very... people just feel like you have spiritual knowledge here, but they also do feel like you've been through some stuff. So I feel a sense of respect from people, but definitely also a sense of a little bit of fear. Like, I don't think everybody who just like comes off the street feels like they can talk to you. There's an aura that you have that you've done some stuff and you've seen some things. Very intelligent here as well. I do feel like you are very intelligent. I almost feel like it's hard for people around you to understand even a lot of the stuff that you intuitively get. Some of you could be quite religious or quite high up in an institution here. 3 of Cups in reverse, you could be a bit of a lone wolf. Maybe not having as many friends. Or it's just not your focus. That's also something I'm getting. What else here, Spirit? 5 of Pentacles. Sorry, 5 of Wands. So you could be like path 5. We did have a lot of 5s here. So a lot of competition here for your energy. 10 of Wands. Yeah, you guys have definitely been through something, and it's still like that's what people are assuming about you. So perhaps it's still very evident that you don't trust people. The Queen of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. You could also just, there are people though who find you very, very sexually attractive. Like I feel you're quite beautiful. I also feel like the people around you, they don't really feel like they're on your level. So it's hard for them to approach you. Some of you could care for younger people or younger animals, something like this. Not for everybody, I just heard. King of Swords. Again, that very, very high intelligence is coming through. 4 of Wands. So someone here could have just gone through a divorce or something along those lines. The Moon. We have Temperance. So we have Cancer energy. We also have Sagittarius energy. You're definitely in the process here of healing, and somehow the people around you could pick that up. You could also be very like different from the individuals around you. Your way of looking at things could be different, so people can pick that up. You're also quite naturally intuitive, I'm also getting. But you're in this process right now of healing, or you're in this process of really feeling more secure about yourself, feeling more happy about yourself. There's a lot that you've been shifting and working on here. You don't want to be caught up in fears, but there's a lot of people who project things onto you. Someone's name here could start with a G. Georgia. Someone could live in Georgia, I guess. Giselle. George. I don't know any other G names. I just see the number G. I feel like it's difficult for people to like put a finger on you because you really do switch up your personality here quite a bit, or you have really a lot of sides to you. But there's definitely this thread of you guys have going through something here, and people do perceive that. You're in this process of healing. There's definitely a lot of respect because you are going through that process. It's never an easy process. What do people assume about my pile 3s? We have Trust and Ghost. So a lot of people know that they, you know, you might just not be like very, very much present with other people. Like you really do focus here on yourself. A lot of people don't know if they can trust you to not ghost. ideation. There's a lot of people here putting you on a pedestal though. So it's like people are not able to see you in a clear perspective here. We do have marriage. So again, someone here could have just gone through a divorce or something. There is some sort of like a trauma that's still being very much, like, I feel like it's quite visible. You tend to keep to yourself, quite spiritually advanced. Someone here could listen to Little John, self-worth. Yeah, it's like you're really working on building up your self-worth, feeling good about yourself, feeling aligned once again. We have meditation, we have blocks, and revelation. So there's this feeling of you kind of keeping your head down, doing what it is you need to do in order to feel confident and powerful. You could just be really processing a lot of what has happened here, specifically in terms of the blocks you've been presented with. And again, there's that sense of working to become stronger, working to help really tap into your self-worth. You could like to spend a lot of time by yourself here as well. So you might not be so open to always having other people around you. Again, something really could have happened that crashed a romantic connection. I do feel that quite strongly. And there is that sense of people definitely fantasizing about you or putting you on a pedestal here as well. So very strong energy with that. You are just in this like container of healing and container of working on yourself. We have adjacent possibilities here in reverse. Oh, sorry, my deck is in reversed. So I'm going to switch that. So people just feel like you have like a lot of opportunities open to you, or there's a sense of you being able to do a lot of things. We have 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron, very, very strong third eye here. Carrying connections. On the plus note, a lot of people could feel like you're getting ready here to manifest a very intense connection, or you're just very intuitive about who you want around you. Like you are able to suss out people who are not good people for you. You have financial constraints. So there's also that concern here that maybe you're struggling a bit financially. I am feeling that a bit as well. Or you're just kind of working on yourself, working on your money. Assumptions of pile 3. You have death. I'm learning that endings are merely beginnings. Yeah, you guys, I don't know what happened here, but there was obviously some sort of a painful experience you went through. With that death card, some of you could be Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising. You have surrender. I can release my need to control. So you guys have really surrendered to spirit here. So there's this beautiful process of alchemy that's wanting to happen here for you. No. What do people assume about pile 3s, please? You have adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. Yeah, pile 3, I don't know what happened here. You'll have to comment down below, but I feel people really see the strength that you have. You are a very, very strong person. No one around you can deny that. You've been through so much, like hell and back. And we have love. I come into the practice of seeing the good in all things. So people are still surprised that you're able to look at the world with such love. That's definitely something that comes as quite a surprise. There's a lot of appreciation for the person you are. And I do feel you guys have quite the potential to change and to really grow as well. So yes, pile 3, that is what I have for you today. If that resonates, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I just wanted to say thank you again for watching this reading. I hope you have a great day. I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.